looking at our Instagram to see if there's anything.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Talkin Balls. I'm your host, Neil Adams, and joined as always are my lovely bearded co-hosts, Rob and Marc. How are you, gents?
See, that one annoyed me more than last week.
That was much better. It was well done. You've been waiting on that. Well done.
I have to do it every podcast.
I know. Sometime we're going to have to get the button for the control.
You're just too smiley before we get on, you see, so I have to change it.
If you like to bring me down a peg, I love it.
Yeah, you know.
What's the mug say?
So much good. So much goo.
So much goo. It's a cream egg one.
Oh, fair.
Oh.
Someone got a cream egg Easter egg.
It's not really a great slogan, like, though, is it?
No, it's not great.
Well,
Sounds like something you say after like a bukkake party or something.
Oh, here we go.
Wow.
This is a football podcast. We don't talk dirt.
It rotted down, did.
That's for talking absolute balls, not talking balls. Come on, Marc.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
I thought like that means like, you know, when you have a lot of thoughts and they're like bottled up in your head, you know.
Bit of decorum.
Yes, we'll
Do you
go
mean
with that.
decorum?
That's the one.
What he say?
Decorum. Decorum.
He loves a good bit of corn.
Sweet corn's great.
Yeah, no. All right, no, good.
No, do better.
No, I'll try. I'm trying my best, like. So, gents, any crack? No. Since the last
Same shit every day.
We ran the golf today, and that yellow weather warning was fun.
Yeah.
It didn't seem to be too much yellow about, like.
Oh.
Here, the wind was shit though. Fucking cut through all your clothes. It was freezing. It was still cold. Haven't warmed up yet.
All excuses in the world, Marc, isn't he? Like,
where was the excuses there? I just said it was cold.
you said I'm so shit because you were cold.
You did.
No, I said it was so shit. So cold.
You were so shit.
He was shit. Yeah.
Oh, whatever.
Who won?
My dad.
Uncle Chris.
Is your dad good at golf?
He's better than us. But I mean, man has
hard.
half a spine and still slaps us all at golf.
God damn.
Some cracking shots, to be fair, played today. Although we did have 400 of them between us four. So, like, there was always going to be one good one each in that.
You know what's incredibly infuriating about it, though, is like we'll all slap our drives about 200 plus yards. Because he hasn't got full mobility in his back, he can only use a 7-iron, and he still beats us.
In yardage or beaches in general?
So it just beats us in general. Like he'll dish his 7-iron, maybe 150, 180,
Right.
and then still beat us. Though, like even though we get that 20, 50, 70 yards extra in the drive, he'll still beat us.
He does what you do in the golf course, Nate. Doesn't need to be far. As long as you hit it straight and keep it on the fairway. Golden.
It's slow and steady, gets you there, like.
Yeah, and that's how he beat us. Just straight.
Out drive each other.
Yeah, Stu had a mega drive today, so 300 plus yards probably.
God damn.
Well, how far do you think that drive was? The one with the dog leg right and he hit it with the trees. That was a cracking drive, right in the middle of the fairway.
You just sort of explained half the holes there, though, so I'm not too sure which one you're on about.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on.
Anyway, boys,
football.
Episode
you don't want to elaborate then and tell me what fucking hole it was?
Nah, it's not that big of a story. It's fine.
Anyway, boys, it's
I
episode
think I've spoken
2.
to you enough today, you know. Fucking.
Do you know what? Neil's trying to say something. You keep interrupting. Shut the fuck up.
How about do us a favour,
Anyway,
mate, and go
boys,
fuck yourself? Huh? Take a hard left on that dog leg right, go fuck yourself.
Anyway, go ahead, Neil.
Anyway, boys, it's episode 2 of the Path to the Draft.
Woo!
Oh, I almost lost my tea.
Yeah,
Yes,
excited.
episode 2.
In episode 1, we talked absolutely nothing about the draft.
Not a thing.
So this week, we're going to surprise everybody and talk about the draft.
Fuck off. You're joking.
Why do we
Swear
want to do
be-
something that says it on the tin? Like, I mean, you guys know what you're
Yeah.
getting.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Slapstick
talking balls.
comedy, guys.
Yeah, that's what we're here for. Anyway, where am I at here?
What did you go into there? Your whole face flashed.
In your house, mate. He just changed the screen he's
So-
looking at on his computer.
What I want to do is, because we've only got like 2 weeks of this before the actual draft, so 2 more podcasts left before this actual draft, is I just want to talk to you about the players of the draft this week, and then next week we'll try and have
Guess who's
sort of
picking?
like a proper, all three of us combined collectively agreeing on a top 10 mock draft that we can throw out and have it a combined of all of our talking ballsness.
Yeah, because we know
All of
so
our
much
balls.
about American
All of our
football.
balls together.
We put our balls together. We'll
Yeah.
come up with the talking ballsiest draft.
100%. Yes,
Just
yes.
fucking like conkers.
Made
No?
it worse. Made it worse.
Boys, who is the best player in the draft, in your opinion?
Do you know what? I love Ashton Gentry. I know he's not going to go number one because he's like a running back and the Titans need a QB, but I love Ashton Gentry. Fuck, he was lethal last year. So
He's just
And-
a baller.
I got Travis Hunter.
You think Travis Hunter is the best player in the draft?
I reckon so.
Well, technically and rankingly, if that's a word, Travis Hunter is the
Ward.
best player in the draft.
is the best player in the
You
draft.
Ashon Gentry is the second best player in the draft, and then we have Abdul Carter, who, Rob, I think you have a lot to say about wee Abdul.
I wouldn't say I have a lot to say about him, but all of the highlight videos I've watched of him. All right, the dogs just decided to come in. 1 second. Oh. Yeah, so all the videos I've seen of Abdul Carter, he seems to. He obviously gets a lot of big plays. He's very athletic, and he does make a lot of tackles in the backfield. But the O line seems to slant away from him, and then he's quick enough to catch the QB or the running back from behind, which obviously is a great attribute to have. But if he's that good, why the O line's not slant towards him, take him out of the game? Why are they slanting away from him? Do you know what I mean? So I don't get. I don't think he's as good as everyone thinks. It's just what I think about him.
There's a lot of people who think that he is the best player in the draft, and if it wasn't for the Titans needing a QB, that he would
He'd
have
be
been picked
drafted.
first. And there is still talk that he might still be picked first.
Yeah, no, like I don't know if you guys have watched the video, but like as soon as I seen him, I thought I'll have a wee look at his highlight reel. And yes, don't get me wrong, there is plays where he beats the O line tight end or whatever, gets in, makes a tackle, which it's great. But there's a lot of plays on there where he's getting in untouched because they're slanting away from him. There's no protection to his side, and he's just getting in, and you want a tail chase, and he is quick enough to catch the guys. So I don't know. I don't think he's as good as everyone's letting on.
What do you
Do you
think?
reckon that's a coaching decision, or do you reckon if he had a good coach behind him, he would run opposite plays to that to sort of highlight his better attributes?
No, so what I'm saying is the O line. So he's playing defensive end, and the opposition O line and are slanting away from him. They're not. It doesn't look like anyone's assigning like a particular protection to him in
Do you think
games.
that's maybe because they're scared of him?
Possibly, but when you had the likes of Nick Bosa and stuff like that coming out in the NFL, a lot of O lines will be designed to double team him, to stop him from getting in the back, into the backfield. But they're slanting away from him, and no one's actually trying to block him. So I don't know. Maybe the college game's a bit. Obviously, it's different, but maybe they run a bit differently. A lot of the times I'm watching that, I'm like. But nobody's trying to block him. He's not having to shed a block. He's just getting in there because there's no one there. So
well, maybe. But then that's what I'm saying. Like if he's out in the left, you've got your right tackle. That's not as good in college, or maybe not as big, and going, fuck this guy. I'm not fucking touching this guy. He's a fucking monster.
yeah, okay, it could just be that as well. That the guys are just. We'll all slant right and we'll run the ball right and hopefully he doesn't catch us and keep the game away from him. But it just seems to me that even at that, if he's playing right defensive end, you're slapping the line right. If he's that good, you should probably just leave the left tackle in, take him completely out of the equation. But sure, I don't design. I'm not an O-line guy, so
You were for years.
I played 1.5 seasons at O-line. I've played American football for 9 seasons.
Well, that would be
Nice.
2 years with him, wouldn't it?
1.5.
2 seasons. Anyway, Titans have the first pick. It's pretty much confirmed now. I don't know if you've seen the video that came out of Cam Ward playing Fortnite.
Well, it's hard to not. You shared it on our Instagram, so
Well, you didn't fucking like it,
I did.
did you? Though.
Yes.
This isn't a podcast about us airing our irresponsibilities as hosts, you know?
I like
Anyway.
everything I see on our Instagram, all right?
He basically says his favorite running backs were Tony Pollard and what's it, Tyrone Spears, I think his name is, and
Receivers were Jamar, Justin, and some other fella from the Titans.
Calvin Ridley, who is at the Titans, and Treylon Burks, who's also at the Titans. And then said his favorite coach was Brian Callahan, which is the coach of the Titans.
So, maybe those are his favorite players and coach. You know, he might not be going there.
No, because I don't think they're even the Titans' favorite players and coaches. Like,
yeah, fair. Well, Calvin Ridley's all right. He's a good player.
Calvin Ridley's not all right. He's overpaid and overhyped. Treylon Burks has been supposed to be coming good for the past couple of years. Like,
if you had Will Levis doing that, you'd be fucking shit too. Okay.
What the fuck's going on with my lighting here? Every time I move my head, I go dark and then go light.
That's because you're letting the light shine upon your lovely little grey hat.
Yeah, you gotta say something else.
If you had your hat off, it would shine all the time.
It'd be blind.
We'd be blinded.
Yes.
You know what? You guys say a lot of hurtful stuff.
It's fine. You deserve it.
You suit your baldness. What are you talking about?
You do. You're a sexy bald.
Yeah, you're a nice bald.
Look at him trying to figure this lighting out.
Keep up the good baldness.
There we go. Perfect. No, I've lost it.
It is strange.
Anyway, Cam Ward, we think is going to go number 1 anyway, but we know that's number 1. The Browns are picking at number 2, so we're kind of want to look at seeing what, like, who's the Brown you think going to take? Like, I mean, I don't want to go ahead of myself here because I know we're doing this next week, but
what are the Browns in need of at the moment?
They're in need of everything. All right, Marc, must actually get this up.
Well, they've got a big old waste of money in the QB position, who they can't even get rid of. How far is he into that 10-year contract? Is it like 2 years?
Who?
Deshaun Watson.
No, I think he's only got like 2 years left. I went very bright there.
Not all. Well, did you see the video of Nick Chubb squatting? Was that on our Instagram as well?
Did I not? I put it on our podcast.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, he was squatting some serious weight. Animal.
What was he putting up? Did he say
500 pounds?
Oof.
Just the 500. I want to know when the guy Jackson Dart is gonna get drafted, because that man's got the best QB name ever.
So the Browns, as people are saying it, they need a QB when they have Kenny Pickett. They have
Deshaun
Watson. I'm near sure they got somebody else, and I can't for the life of me remember.
They can take Jackson Dart down.
They have a second round pick?
Yeah.
Or they have the second, yeah.
They have the second round pick, so they need a QB, an offensive tackle, an edge, and a running back, because obviously Nick Chubb's free agent. So
you're thinking maybe Abdul Carter?
Well, that's what I'm saying. They need an edge, but they also need to protect the freaking quarterback. Like,
but they want Deshaun Watson out. They want him injured and cancel his contract.
But no, you don't, do you?
I'm being sarcastic. No,
you're sarcastic, mate.
Being sarcastic. I mean, to be fair, if I didn't know Nick Chubb was a free agent, he's a massive loss. They have, I have him in my fantasy team, but I can't remember his name. What do you call him?
Jerome Ford.
Jerome Ford. Yeah, so Ashton Genty behind him would be class.
See, I don't think they're going. They can't take a running back there. Like, I think they're probably going to stick with Jerome Ford, and then maybe draft a running back in the second round because there is a good wee running back class this year. Like, but I can't pass Abdul Carter here unless they take Shakur Sanders.
Yeah.
You know,
You say you reckon that Cam Ward would go in the first round anyway, didn't you?
Cam Ward's going first overall. And that's pretty much guaranteed now. Like after that fortnight, because you can't go around telling people that Treylon Burks is your favorite wide receiver.
After fortnight.
Do you know what I mean? Like you can't be doing that shit, and then trying to
when
be
you
serious.
consider the other receivers that are in the league, Treylon Burks,
Treylon Burks and fucking Calvin Ridley and Tony Pollard and fucking whatever you call him, Spears, whatever his first name is, I can't remember. But yeah, you can't be going around saying that shit, and then.
Did you see the video? Travis Hunter is absolutely set on being the only or the first ever wide receiver cornerback in the NFL.
Yeah, he says he's going to set out, and if somebody tries to play him or only play him on one position. Yeah,
because I think they done an interview with him, and they said when Roger Goodell was up and says, obviously you've been picked blah 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 by whoever. Like, what position do you want to hear? And he was like, wide receiver, cornerback. And he goes, do you not want to select a specific one? And he was like, wide receiver, quarterback, wide receiver, quarterback. So,
they were talking about what if Roger Goodell just says athlete? How would you feel about that? And he says, I wouldn't be happy. He has to say wide receiver, cornerback, because that's what I am.
I don't know. Do you think you can do it in the NFL?
I mean, I think you need to come into the NFL with a bit of an ego, or else you're not going to go anywhere.
Yeah. Well, I think the way it's going to work is he's going to play one position and then play the other position
sporadically. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because I think they were talking about like the likes of the Patriots. If he went to the Patriots, he would be playing probably 60, 70% of the snaps as the wide receiver and then go in cornerback for the...
Yeah. Was he not a complete shutdown cornerback, though? Was he not far better as a cornerback than he is wide receiver?
Yeah, partly so, yeah. But you know what I mean? It's vice versa. It's 6 of one, half dozen the other sort of thing. So it's like if the Giants pick him up, he'd be playing reverse. So he'd be doing 60% of reps at cornerback and then coming in and again to help out the wide receiver core. Because the Giants obviously have their wide receivers and fucking Wan'Dale Robinson and Malik Neighbors and
they're already good to go.
I think that friggin' even Russell Wilson called out but
it was Drake Robinson or something like that. Something Robinson.
Like that, I think. I can't remember offhand. But so I think they're sort of all right at wide receiver as long as they get somebody that can throw a fucking ball.
Well, they've got Russell now, so they've got someone that can throw a ball.
Yeah.
Provided he gets protected, but then their O-line shit. So
I think he might do all right there,
Russell?
Russell, yeah.
Give him the time in the pocket. He'll do all right anywhere. So
yep. So who have I missed out?
Well, you've done Browns, so what next one? Well, so we talked about Giants, didn't we? So
well, Shakur Sanders. Do you think he's going to go in the top 10?
I don't see why he wouldn't, to be honest. What is the picks? Who else needs a QB? So you got Titans need a QB. Browns don't really need a QB, but apparently they do.
So you've got the Browns, you've got the Titans who are going to apparently picking Cam Ward. That's apparently a lock, and then you've got the Browns who apparently need a QB, but nobody thinks they're going to select a QB. You've got the Giants who also need a QB because they've only got two. Their two starting QBs are basically only there for a year.
Yeah.
So they need a QB, and then you've got the Patriots who are locked in at QB with Drake May.
Yeah.
Then you've got the Jacksonville Jaguars at 5 who don't need a QB.
Trevor Lawrence.
Then you've got the Raiders who actually might be a good fit for the Sounders.
Well, I suppose because Geno Smith with his 2-year contract sitting under him.
I think it's a 2-year extension, so I think that's 3 years he's there for.
Oh right, okay.
I think now. But so they might not pick him because of that reason. The Jets
get their money worth out of him.
The Jets also have a QB issue there as well. You know, we've only got
Story of their life.
Justin Fields for 2 years, and it's basically a let's see how you do deal sort of thing.
Yeah.
So they could probably do with QB. But I'm probably, if you're looking here, I'll probably say you're looking maybe at the Saints. I think he might
Who's
drop
the
to
Saints got Derek Carr, or is he done now?
got Derek Carr, and at the minute, Derek Carr is sort of like looking out of New Orleans. He's gurning about his shoulder and all this carry on, and I think it's just a ruse to try and get out of New Orleans.
Fair enough. But to be honest, based off that, I don't see him dropping to the second round, or I reckon he'd be top 10. Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, I don't see why not. These who else you got? See, Ashton Genty, you've got Abdul Carter. There's that tight end that everyone's talking about. Warren, is it?
Tyler Warren. He's supposed to be the next friggin' Kittle, like.
Yeah. I suppose you got a few line there as well. I don't know. I don't see him dropping out of the top 10. He'll definitely be a first round pick. But not
the first round goes up to 32.
I know that. Yeah, because there's 32 teams in the league. They all get one pick each.
Well, the way you said it, it sounded like
no, I knew that, but I said I don't
round.
see him. I don't see him dropping out of the top 10, but he'll definitely be a first round pick. Man, he'll definitely go the first 32.
Yeah, 100% he will.
Yeah.
You know where I would actually like to see him? At the Steelers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound right. Did you not have him in your picks to go to the Raiders?
Oh, I've had him in so many places, but I'm just saying where I would like to see him and think he'd probably be the best fit for the Steelers.
Steelers, throwing darts to Mecca.
If that Prescott ever was to be traded before this draft, I would say that would be a great fit for him too. Like, because
what was with the tone there? Do you expect him to get traded?
Well, there is a talk of him getting traded out. Yes, there is indeed.
Yeah, but see the way you said it, though, was like you had some insider secrets that you wanted to share.
Well, there's a lot of talk about it, like over Twitter and things like that there, and yeah, there's talk of him going to the Steelers for their first round pick and things like that, and a couple more round picks.
Who are we talking about? Sorry, leaving the Steelers.
The Cowboys trading Dak Prescott to the Steelers.
Oh, right, okay. I haven't seen any of that.
No, that hasn't happened. That's what we're talking about.
Well, it hasn't happened. No. It's just speculation, but you know what I mean? Speculation can sometimes lead to things happening,
True. Speculation's there for a reason.
Yeah. So it hasn't happened yet, but it just seems like Dak isn't really wanted in Cowboys land. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, they've given him long enough. And he's bottled it enough for them not to like him anymore. So I understand why he'd want out, and I understand why they'd want to turf him out. So
yeah. And who'd they pick up as a backup QB? Cowboys QB.
Can't remember.
Oh, Joe Mixon. Remember? Joe Milton.
Joe Mixon.
Joe Mixon.
From the Patriots.
Yeah, that was for a good 6th round pick. That was all right.
Do you know what? Some of the trades at the minute have been.
Is Milton good?
He's basically. Remember, I told you about him start of last year that he had the boy with a cannon during the draft. He's the one with a cannon, and then the Patriots ended up fucking drafting him after drafting Drake May, which I thought made no fucking sense. So he played one game last year. Once the Patriots were.
He played well as well, didn't he?
And he played fucking amazing, like.
Yeah.
So that was his wee show.
Do you know roughly what game it was? Was it like start season, mid season, or end of season?
Oh, it was the end of season game because the Patriots were like out. You know what I mean? They were mathematically could not get into the fucking playoffs or anywhere or anything like that. So they played Joe Milton for a game just to give Drake May a wee rest.
So that was his time to shine, to show him what he had.
Yeah, basically they put him in there so that they could fucking blow up his draft capital sort of thing. So because if he didn't play, they wouldn't have got any fucking buddy trying to fucking trade for him. So
only a 6th round?
Only a 6th round, but they were looking at 3rd round, so I don't understand how that happened. Like,
It's a lot to ask for a third round pick for a player that's only played one game in the NFL. That's a lot. Like so. But yeah, no, that I remember that because that's the fella that through the 75-yard streak or something, wasn't it, in the draft last year? And everyone was like, "Where'd this guy come from with a cannon?"
He fucking did some fucking throws at them combines. But I think we should talk about what our team wants, like the Jets, the Eagles, maybe. I don't know who you support these days, and the Seahawks. So obviously the Jets have picked 7. They need a wide receiver, defensive line, defensive tackle, and a QB apparently. But there's talk of the Jets trading Breece Hall for a first or second round pick, and then taking up Gentry at 7 if he's there.
Ooh, that wouldn't be a bad landing spot. Like, I mean, anything is a decent landing spot on the Jets' perspective, you know.
Yeah. So Aaron Glenn wants to do a running back committee, sort of like the way they did
Gentry
it.
mightn't be too happy about it, but I mean,
Yeah.
beggars can't be choosers, you know.
Well, that's true. So Aaron Glenn wants to do like a quarter or running back committee, sort of the way the Lions. So the way they did Sonic and Knuckles and Gibbs and Montgomery.
Yeah,
So they kind of want to have like a 2-punch team thing. Whereas what was I saying? So Breece Hall has been underwhelming. Would that be a good word to use?
I mean that you just use that to describe the entire New York Jets, mate.
Well, Breece Hall is supposed to be
He's
amazing.
such
Like
a twat.
Breece Hall is supposed to be amazing. I've been trying to trade for him, and he's just, every draft I ever go into, I try and draft him, and he always just so underwhelming. So he's just like Brendan Allen was better than him last year. Like,
Yeah,
I
Brendan
thought
Allen actually played well
he
for us last year.
looked fucking amazing, like a wee fucking bulldozer. So I would be happy enough for them to trade him out and bring in Gentry.
Fair. I mean,
If not, there's 3 other players that I want.
Do you know who you could do with getting rid of? And
Who?
this is probably controversial. Sauce Gardner. He was shite last year. Turf him like the fuck.
No.
Yeah, he was also shite last year though, because the Jets as a whole were pretty shite last year.
Nah, the man hasn't had an interception in like 2 seasons or something as a safety. Mind you, that kid.
That is that's a coaching problem
Okay.
because he's more of a man marker instead of a zonal marker. You know what I mean?
Okay. So
Man marker.
man marker. So they play man coverage instead of zone.
Whatever.
That was their problem.
He should still be getting picks, mate. Just yeah. He was underwhelming all last year. I don't get how a safety who's meant to be last year at the start of the season was considered the best safety in the league doesn't get a pick. Oh, just one.
Yeah. But anyway, the 3 other players I want to talk about as well is Mason Graham, defensive tackle out of Michigan. Then there's another guy as well, War is Hims. Armand Membo, who is an offensive tackle. He would we've really got a good O-line. But our right tackle's gone, and he is one of the best right tackles in the draft. So if we got him, that would just fucking shore up our O-line. Our O-line would be freaking perfect for Justin Fields to come in and just ball out.
Scramble around it.
Yep.
I can feel the it's our season bubbling up from your fucking toes.
No.
I'm pretty sure. Did he not say that last week?
Just a wee bit of giddy optimism.
It's just an optimistic sort. Just an optimistic sort.
A wee bit of giddy optimism there. And then you've got Tyler Warren, the next George Kittle. Because we just got rid of oh God, what do you call him? Tyler Conklin. He's away. So
your Jets knowledge is terrible.
Oh no, he was on a quiz last night and it did terrible.
When's that getting released, by the way? I'm watching
I hope it's never released.
My guy picks fucking Jets specialist round and gets 7 out of 20.
Is that what you did, or what was the questions based on?
I did the Jets. See, I shot myself in the foot. I did the Jets, but the past 10 years, instead of just saying Jets. I don't know why what was come over my head, but it said Jets 10 years, last 10 years. And then I was thinking about it and I was like I know all the Russian leaders and it's ever been the Jets leading Russian leader, the Jets leading receiving leader, the Jets fucking when they won the Super Bowl, what the score was, what fucking stadium that was at, fucking things like that there. And he was asking me questions like in 2016, the Jets didn't win a game, but they only won one game all season. What was that one team that they beat? I thought, well, I don't know.
Buffalo Bills.
It was the Dallas Cowboys.
Had the full team out there. Didn't have a fuck clue.
And then it was like, who was the Jets first round draft pick in 2017? And I was like, oh my god,
Garrett Wilson.
No, Garrett Wilson's only been at the Jets for like.
Yeah, I'm just throwing names out. I don't have a clue.
Yeah, so I don't know. And who was the Jets' defensive MVP of the season? Who was the only player to be in the Pro Bowl for the Jets in 2018? And I was like, holy fuck, I don't know any of this shit.
Zach Wilson.
Right now, this is the tism talking.
I'm just throwing names out. But yeah, no,
We're really good there. What happened?
What?
Oh no, it stopped.
It's good that you're paying attention to the podcast, mate. Get off your fucking phone.
Fuck off. Who the fuck are you? No, I'm looking at I'm trying to get a question for him because he says he knows all these records, so I'm trying to find like one he'll not know just to stump him.
Go ahead. Oh my god, I'm sorry, I'm Dan.
Are you not well, mate?
Well, I'm not well, no.
Right. I have a helmet for you in my an old Jets helmet for you in the back of my car.
Happy days. Have you got a question for me yet, Mark?
Just yet.
When were the New York Jets founded?
Oh god, I don't know.
What year did they win the Super Bowl then?
1969.
Hey!
Yeah, boy. The quarterback was Joe Namath. The score was 16-7.
Who's the highest sack leader in the Jets?
Oh, Ken O'Brien.
See, I don't have it in front of me, so I don't know if that's true or not.
What the fuck, man? But yeah, so I'm not 100% sure who the Seahawks need in the draft. I imagine we need O-line.
You need a tight end, an offensive guard, a linebacker, and a QB.
Yeah, I was going to say a QB. Oh yeah, well we got fucking Darnold, didn't we?
And then you also just saying
Drew Lock. Sorry.
He's lucky baskets.
Yeah, let's never use him.
Yeah. Good luck. I don't know whatever happened to him. Why did he not become good? Like,
not built for the NFL, mate. Take him back to college. Turf him back.
So you have the 18th pick. So who do you think is going to be available then, Rob?
Don't know. I imagine it'll probably be an O-line, to be honest. A guard. Now it doesn't tell me who the guards are here. Just says, it does OT. Oh, there we go. Let's go with Tyler Booker.
Yeah, that's a good pick. You happy enough with that?
Happy enough for that. We don't need D-line because we drafted obviously Byron Murphy the third last year in the first round. And we're doing all right there.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say a wide receiver, but then we've got Jackson Smith and Jigba and Cooper Kupp now, don't we? So other than that, it'd probably be a tight end. Obviously Warren's going to be gone before that, so I'm just going to go with.
You see, there's Colson Loveland who's supposed to be really, really good too. Like, and he's not that far off Tyler Warren.
Yeah, well, be one of them to him or is it Fannin Jr.? Harold Fannin Jr.
Yeah, he's not bad either, to be honest.
But yeah, I would take either one of those. So take it Noah Fant's gone now, isn't he? He went to Dolphins or something, did he not?
He went to Dolphins, yeah.
Yeah. I like Noah Fant. Yeah.
Why? What did he do to you?
I liked him. I thought he was a good player.
Yeah. Mark for the Eagles.
You're an Eagles fan?
Yeah, I don't know, mate. So I think this year I might be in the market for a new team.
No,
he's a turncoat, that man. Turncoat.
No,
you've promised the Jets. You have to die on this hill.
I'm not dying on that hill. It looks like you've been on that hill long enough.
He's dead on that hill. He's a fucking zombie.
I've promised that the Jets will have a special place in my heart. Okay, which they will.
No. This isn't a fucking breakup. We're not. You and the Jets are
Look,
not together.
It's not you. It's me.
Mark, you bought you bought Jet jerseys for your family. You bought Jet jerseys for yourself. Pretty sure your kids have Jet jerseys. Come on, you can't just leave them.
No, you can't just.
You're
try
full
shit.
I always say
Me?
it, but I never do it. You know what I mean? Like,
I think I bought one Jets jersey.
Yeah, and it cost you a fortune.
Yeah, 105.
I always
fuck?
say I'm going to leave the Jets, and I never do. I always have to stay on because they have the nicest clobber, I think.
Nicest clobber.
Yeah,
Like
look at this
gear.
hat.
That is a nice hat. I have to agree with that. That's a nice hat.
They make that same designed hat for every other team.
No, they don't have black and green.
You're right. They don't have black and green.
Is that why Talkin Balls is black and green?
Maybe.
We need to put.
Because we're from Ireland.
We need to get some lime green in this bitch, and navy possibly.
Maybe the Seahawks would be lime green.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Lime green.
Their hat would be lime green, but only stupid navy.
Perfect. Stupid navy. Why are we fucking taking shots at each other? Like this it's not good. It's not good.
Anyway, you turn coach.
We don't know who to take a shot at you because you don't have a team.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I could be in the market for a new team.
Could be. You can't. No, it's not the way it works. You're not.
Look, I just enjoy watching the game.
Yeah. Who are you thinking anyway? Because you've got Eagles gear, you've got Jets gear, you've got Dolphins gear, haven't you?
Mm-hmm. I do.
And Chiefs gear.
You know what? Megan
and Bengals
jersey as well, don't you?
And Vikings and Bengals.
I also have a Saints jersey over there. I have a Niners jersey as well. But those have not come out yet because I don't support them yet.
So you have jerseys sitting there waiting to wear?
Yeah.
So
wait till they win, then I get to put it on.
Something wrong with you, like.
It just means when we go to the actual NFL games and stuff, you just that team scored.
I've got that jersey. Whichever team.
But no specific team is jumping out to me just yet. Obviously, I was a bit of an Eagles fan last year.
And the year before, to be fair.
Yeah, but I think that you gave me this persona 2 years ago. I liked the way they played last year, but 2 years ago you're like, he kind of looks like Jason Kelce, and then you get stuck with me.
What way did we say it?
Not that again. Fuck you.
Anyway, so who are the Eagles picking then? They're looking at linebacker and edge.
Linebacker and edge. Who was that main prospect for the edge there? Was it Gentry we were looking at?
He's not going to fucking make it all the
Abdul
way
Carter, you're not getting anywhere near the 32nd pick for him.
Yeah.
Because the Eagles.
Oh, that's right. Fucking 32nd pick. No, not a chance. Yeah. And probably
Marc,
somewhere in the
mind, I rang you on Wednesday, or was it yesterday? Was it yesterday?
Yeah.
And told you this information so that you would have one up on Robert.
You told me what information?
To get onto this site.
No, you says I have a site that I use and you should get onto it, but never told me the site.
I did tell you the site. I said this site that we're on right now.
So you tried to make him look smarter than me, and he failed.
I tried, and I clearly failed.
You tried to make him look. It doesn't take a whole lot to look smarter than you, Rob. For one, for two, I did not do my fucking homework because numbnuts in the middle tells me to, and you in the corner can go fuck yourself too.
Oh, sorry. Fuck up.
See that bullshit. You're not revising because you're told to.
You can't even pronounce revising.
This is why you didn't do good in school.
Look, and now he's deflecting me. Let him answer the question. Who do the Eagles want?
Spit it out.
Who do the Eagles want?
I haven't a fucking clue. We'll find out on draft night, won't we?
Oh, well.
Nothing, Jon Snow. Right, well, I'm going to pick. I
reckon they'll pick up a linebacker.
Maybe Mike Green might make it there. I don't know. Probably not. But, yeah, be nice. If Mike Green made it there, then the Eagles have fucking won the draft again.
Who's Mike Green? I haven't seen him. Is he a linebacker?
He's an edge, defensive
Edge.
edge. Yeah. So if he makes it there, then happy days. Because they're looking at linebacker and edge, and I think he would be like a corner, sort of like a both. That could play both.
Yeah. He's not that far. I mean, they're all pretty high rated, aren't they? See, what do these ratings actually mean? Is this tangibles? Like 40-yard dash, agility, all that stuff?
Their hand sizes and everything comes into this, mate.
Oh,
Jesus.
dear Lord.
Who's got the biggest hands?
Doesn't tell you, I don't think.
Don't know.
You've got the fucking website in front of you. You can't tell me that info.
Well, that's not the sort of information you can just grab up and go, well, who have the biggest hands?
You just said that's one of the stats.
That is, but then I have to look through all the players in order to find who had the biggest hands.
He has
Does
got
it
a
not
point.
does it not have like a drop down menu
It
where
doesn't
you
have a
can
drop down
categorize it by?
No, it doesn't. No.
See, to be fair, your man Abdul Carter, 6'3", 250 pounds, 4'48", 40. That's mental.
You see the man at 6'7", that's like 470 pounds.
That's the O-line and the O-line guy, and he done the.
He's a defensive tackle, I think. And,
is he?
He's trying to lose 70 pounds before he gets drafted.
Holy shit!
He says he's eating instead of whenever he goes to the gas station, instead of going to the shop and buying a pile of snacks, he's driving off.
Oh, that's good.
Fair enough.
That
reminds me. Did you ever see the movie The Greatest?
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of the player, but it's like one of the best, something Bullswick or Bullsworth or something like that.
Is his name relevant?
Yeah, well, he was one of the best O-line people to come out of college ever.
Here?
And the day after he got drafted or something, he was driving home and he was in a car crash and he died. He got drafted to I think it was like the Titans
Oilers.
or something like that. But
this
he was
absolutely not the same thing.
No, but in college he went and he was like 380 pounds. He was too small initially, and then the guy was like, "You need to get more weight on," and he came back, but he just ate and put like 380 pounds of fat on, so he had to lose it all again, put it on a muscle, basically, and then he became one of the best O-line in college history.
Oh,
and then died.
This is actually bugging me. Like, I'm not even moving my head, and it keeps going.
well, I can see you move your head every time you do it.
No,
Yeah, that's got a point.
I'm not going to move.
My God.
See,
Anyway,
it's very, very
I think that's
bright.
us. There's not much more we can say about this here until next week, and then we'll try and put through a wee mock draft. We'll go through the top 10, all their needs, and who we think will be the player that goes there. And we will try our very best to agree.
I don't know.
The good thing is it's there's three of us, so
2 for 1.
The majority wins.
Yeah, majority wins. It's democracy.
Yeah.
You gonna do your homework, Mark, for next week, or are you just gonna come here?
You know what, Rob? I think because you've told me to, I'll just jump straight away.
He hates being told to do things. He's such a wee child. I'm not doing what Daddy told me.
You know what, lads? This podcast is about going to the bar and having beers and talking football, not fucking every draft prospect. You can go fuck yourself, and you can go fuck yourself.
You need to have some sort of information, so you can actually put your 10 pence in. You mean?
Okay, my information is Robert's a very, very fat man.
Wow.
You fat hands.
The first very didn't hurt. The second very.
Good.
In the fields.
Next week there'll be fucking 3.
Anyway,
Oh God.
that was us from Talkin Balls. As always, we'll see you next week. Bye.